What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer taking a look at the Forbidden and Limited List update that happened today. As a YouTuber, I'm legally obligated to do this, although I don't usually have over-the-top reactions like a lot of people do. I already saw this. I saw it at work. I was going to be like, okay, I'm going to wait till I get home and make a video about it, but I don't know. I was just too curious. I couldn't stay away. So I do know it's on this, and I'm just going to talk about it, and give my thoughts about what happened. So Predaplant, Verte, and Anaconda getting banned. If it wasn't going to happen this ban list, it was going to happen, probably the next one. I personally like the card. I think it's really good. I think the cards that abuse this, like, those are probably the problem cards and not this. I think this just supports fusion summoning, which is a good thing. I don't think any of the mechanics should be abandoned. But with Branded out, obviously, there's a really good fusion deck that you can use. You're going to see a lot less of Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. I'm sure people still play it, but the way I think about it now is, like, you have an equal chance of opening your bricks as you do seeing Phoenix Enforcer. So are people still going to play that? I don't know. Only time will tell. It's obviously still a very good card. But I like that it's a little more, less consistent. I'm just kind of sick of seeing that card, to be honest with you. And you don't want to take away Fusion Destiny away from regular hero players. I hate killing decks, which is why I hate Meowmoo. So obviously Adventure Prank is like one of the best decks. It was. Whether or not people were still playing it after Branded because it was just so popular, because it was a structure deck, I think less people are playing it just because people wanted to try out something new. Besides the fact that Fallen Valbas is pretty good. But, like, what are prank kids doing now? Like, people probably just drop the deck. I hate it. I hate it when Konami does stuff that makes people drop the deck. I don't know what else you could have done, honestly, but this just leaves a sour taste in my mouth, to be completely honest with you. I don't like it when they do something like that. I talked about Mecha Phantom Beast or Aurodon in my ban list prediction. I said that was a card that was probably going to get hit or deserved to be. 3 tokens, Konami just has probably learned their lesson now. Like, you can still use tokens, right? Sword Soul does that, 1 card synchros. But when you just give 3 level 3 tokens, and then it probably brings back Despot 001, I will say that I'm very happy. Like, Hulk did get hit to 1, but everybody's only playing 1 copy. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Selene combo. I feel like Selene could eventually go. I just don't like easy access to access code talker like that. I feel like you need to invest more. I don't think access code is an unfair card. I think that, Hulk enables it to be so easily, grabbed. But that's an opinion for another time. But I do like the Mecha Phantom Beast hit. I like the fact that you can still use Hulk, and there's still a lot of really cool stuff you can use with it. That card encourages creativism. I don't even... creativity is probably the best word to use there. So it's good. I hope it stays around in the game, like, forever, in my opinion. Okay, so on to the limited. Jet Synchron. This is going to go to 3 next ban list, in my opinion. Red Rose Dragon. See, that's the thing. It feels like a lagged, like, ban list. Like, this ban list felt like it was going to be, like, it should have hit last, the last one. So it's like, okay, yeah, Holly Fibrax still is going to summon Red Rose Dragon, which is fine. Like, people will probably just play 1. I don't know who was playing 3. I guess if you're playing a pile, maybe you did, because it's not the worst normal summon, but I don't know how big of a difference this makes, or if this was, like, really necessary. Is Red Rose Dragon really the problem card? Maybe it is. I'm not sure. This was a big one. Yata Garasu. So it's been banned for, I think 20 years now. It can come off. This will go to 3 soon. But I like it when they do something like this. I think it's cool to see these cards come off the ban list, as long as they're not eroded. I don't like when cards come off the ban list and are eroded. I think that kind of ruins the legacy of it just a little bit, and eventually people forget what the original effect is and why I was on the ban list and all that. But this is pure Yata Garasu. I would love to pick up an old copy of this, or I would love to see them do, like, new, like, prismatic secret rare. Like, and that same thing goes for Change of Heart. These cards have been on the ban list for so long, and there's so many different rarities now. Like, seeing these cards, and hopefully that's what they do, and hopefully that's what they're going towards. A Ghost Rare Yata Garasu or a Ghost Rare Change of Heart, life-changing for sure. So hopefully they start doing cool stuff like that. I love to see it. Shooting Riser Dragon, kind of random. I don't know who's playing multiple Shooting Riser Dragon. Performer Pal Monkey Board. So I think it's a 1-card complete scales. I've been talking about this card coming off the ban list for a long time now. Pretty neat, in my opinion. Anything that helps pendulums is cool by my book. I came into the game when pendulums weren't nearly as good, or the old master. Well, I wasn't a part of all that where it ruined it. I think it's Pendulum is another one of those decks that really encourages you like to think creatively about how you play the deck. And Perform Power Monkey board helps that. What did I miss anything? Time Seal, I think it skips your opponent's draw phase, but you can't use it if you open it because you can activate it until after your opponent draws, and then that's the draw phase. So like a turn 3 setup, or turn 4 actually, assuming you went first, like that obviously that's going to go to 3, no one's going to play it. Just a relic of the past, really. And I think that's it. Talked about Christian Holly Fibrax. On to the semi-limited. So Pot of Desires goes from 1 to 2. Pretty neat. I really don't mind. I think, you know, you have to be really like confident about your deck if you're playing Pot of Desires. You know, this helps a lot, like Salmon Greats. That's a pretty good example. A lot of decks. So I mean, it helps Sword Soul. So I think Sword Soul got a massive boost in this list. Nothing got really hit. There was the combo Sword Soul, but I think Tenyi Sword Soul, like cut and dry, like I think that was good when it came out, and I think it's still good now, and it's probably better after this. Wall of Reeling Light, don't have to worry about that one for too much. Trickstar Light Stage, why not? Shout out to Trickstars. I don't really have too much of an opinion there. Fire Formation Tanky, I think it was at 1, now it's at 2. So a little bit of a buff to Tri-Brigades, excuse me. Cyber Engine Ben 10, I mean, it's a really good card, but it just doesn't, like, ritual monsters aren't good, right? Like, the Cyber Ritual, I can't think of the dang game. Herald of Ultimateness, that was the only reason that deck was good. Now, like, it's just awful. It's just a weird, like, combo deck, but there are better combo decks, basically is the best way to put it. So, good for this card being back to 2 without Ava. The deck is useless. Dynamite Knight, the True Draco Fighter. We were so close. We were this close to greatness, but fell a little bit short there. Masterpiece needs to come off the ban list ASAP. I hope that by doing this, I don't even know why they put this at 2. This card isn't doing anything at 3, but maybe now they're starting to think about putting Masterpiece back, to 1. Like, why not try it for format? If it's really game shattering, put it back on the ban list. It's not going to be, like, I'll tell you that right now. So I don't know. I wish they would do it. I don't know why they're so, reserveful to do it, but that's how it works. Off of the ban list here, Scapegoat, obviously, Salmon Great Circle, I talked about that. Mirage Stallion, I talked about that's probably going to come off a Hero Lives, same thing. Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Bear, hope there's some hand loop decks that come out. Sure, why not? Pretty neat to see. And I guess they feel really confident about the hits to Halley Fibrax. They feel like they could put this, like, almost, they seem to correlate, obviously, it's in the same ban list. And then Night Assailant got a errata, so I think it's like a hard one to return at this point. But yeah, that's the ban list. Not one of the better ban lists, in my opinion. It's going to suck for me because I use Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda, maybe see Cyber Dragon deck, but something I can certainly live with, and maybe I'll just have to play Guru from now on. Let me know what you guys think about the ban list in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.